Beyond the coastline, on wings of melody, she takes flight, embarking to land beyond the ocean's sight. Right, VIP barrel seat. So there's 8. Don't see what the riddle games are like. Is there one riddle for each stage?
Ladies and gentlemen,
It's time to make your choices.
the clock's ticking.
There is but half an hour left until tonight's performance. Hurry up and select your favorite piece. Admiring the scenery. Oh, senor. You can leave your song request form with me if you're ready.
It's all thanks to you.
I almost missed it. The performance these past 2 days have been truly sublime. Honestly, I never experienced concert of this caliber anywhere else. Here's my form. There's only a single word here. Are you sure about this, senor? The cruise is about to end. I must seize this opportunity. This brilliant musician, one can only witness her talent aboard the Free Breeze. Is it really as they say that there's no music Baracola cannot play? If so, what I wrote there should not be a demanding request, merely a broad in scope. Of course, senor. It is simply my job to confirm these things. The ticket seller places the form atop the stack of paper with a diligent smile. On every voyage, we encounter 5 or 6 curious passengers like yourself, senor. But perhaps you should have written a few little more. Then you'll pose a real challenge for her, see? Well, I'm not trying to make things difficult here. Are you curious to see what piece Senor Baracola would choose?
I'll listen closely.
What kind of melody she believes will fit my hometown? Then we must hurry, senor. Let's find you a seat up front. Yes, I was a few minutes late yesterday and almost couldn't get in. I really hope she comes ashore to perform in a concert hall someday. Tickets for the Free Breeze are getting harder to come by.
Hey!
How much longer? I've been waiting all day. Will she begin with Morning Mood or Symphonie Fantastique? Or perhaps Baracola? The weather tonight is just perfect for it. Or perhaps our musical genius will delight us with a little improvisation. It seems our audience remains as passionate as ever. But it is as I said, I can only imagine how popular Senorita Baracola would be if she performed on land. We will have to keep wondering. She prefers life on the ship. Perhaps she just enjoys the opportunity to travel. It might be that more would come to see her on land, but she is not one to be so tied down. Good evening, Senorita. Wait, Senori. Please take a seat right here. If you come to applaud our beloved star, I'll be happy to sort out 2 special seats for you. Come on, you really think a well-dressed fellow like him would want to sit on an old barrel with us? We're only sitting here so we can stay close by, to keep an eye on things, just in case. The diligent gentleman joins them on the barrel, turning his eyes towards the stage with intense focus.
The honor is mine.
It seems you're in for a truly novel experience tonight. I intend to fully enjoy it before my time on the cruise ends. I made sure I was the first in line for the song request, hours ahead of the concert, and now here I am, the closest spot in the house. But for Senorita Baracola, it is worth every effort. I can see it. That's your crackling box. How do you spot a musician in a crowd? Where Baracola is concerned, the thing that catches everyone's eye is her remarkable instruments.
Welcome, welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, guests of the Free Breeze, Benvinci. I welcome you aboard and thank you for joining us on this journey. As the ship's musical conductor, I will be performing tonight's concert for you. An unusual instrument flashes from the cabin door. Riding atop a sea of applauses and cheers, the petite girl takes a step up the stage with an air of musical grace. As always, I receive all of your song requests. Tonight's performance will follow the sequence of your requests. However, I regret that I must once again affirm my rule that I will not be playing any piece twice during the entirety of this voyage. As for our musical director, I must ensure that each of you is able to embrace the true diversity of music and sound. I wonder what she'll do. Does she have a tune ready in mind? Or maybe she'll improvise something new. Shh! Quiet, quiet! The man gestures for the crew to be quiet, straightening up as if the king seated on his barrel throne. The whole stack of request form is displayed before Baracola, before she retracts them close to her. Good heavens, I've never been this nervous. She picks up the first form, reading the handwriting with a careful and considerate scan. He then folds it. I'm ready. This is sure to be a phenomenal experience. She holds the paper, then proceeds to leaf it back into the stack. Before lifting up the next form. What? Perhaps you requested a piece that has already been performed?
Impossible.
All I wrote was a word, a place. I had hoped that Senorita Baracola would grace me with a melody that might remind me of it again. The king is so shocked, he nearly falls from his barrel throne. But the performance does not pause for him. The music and words continue to flow. Okay, tonight's opening piece shall be Baracola. Although we're lacking the space to give this piece a proper dance, I encourage everyone to join in and take a few steps. I don't believe my ears. How could a great musician such as her be bettered by a trivial request? I must ask her. I need to know why she skipped my request.
Easy there.
Easy there, senor. The crew member intensely reached out in perfect sync, one to the left and one to the right, grasping at the guest as he rises from his seat. Senorita Burrow didn't throw away your request, she merely tucked it away. You've already seen several performances. You must realize that this does not mean that you won't play it.
Congratulations!
Congratulations, senor. I believe this may mean you're in it for a special delight. Anytime our melodic breaks from the norm, it can only be a sign of some particular stroke of genius. The reassuring words have a silver tongue seen to him, coaxing the man's frustration away.
Fine.
But before the man can retake his throne, he turns to see the child has usurped him, The throne king leans against the wall, sulking. Oh, thank you for the follow, Silent Eclipse. Oh, we met the 520 follower goal. Thanks again for the follow, Silent Eclipse. Hope your day's well. Do you also play Reverse 1999? and his two couriers follows closely in his wake. We've been working alongside Senorita Baracola for a while now. We're very familiar with her methods. Please, Senor, wait. A little patience, and I assure you, we will have your satisfaction. In her 2 years performing for the Free Breeze, we never received a single complaint or negative review. Light footsteps approaches, and a voice joins the conversation at just the right moment. Has she really been aboard the ship for that long now? It doesn't seem so long ago, does it? When she first came aboard, she had only wanted to observe and help out with the maintenance while you were at the port. Whenever we returned, and we returned frequently, she was always there waiting for us until she joined us officially. Everyone had chipped in at some point to help her scrape together some musical gear, cassette tapes, or various little gadgets. The rising sound of music begins to overtake their conversation in the corner of the hall. The ticket seller acknowledges the new participant in their conversation. Oh, you received a gift from her too, didn't you? I imagine the cassette is still tucked under your pillow. Oh yes. A record of the treasured memory. Please, if I might ask, why did she decide to join Free Breeze? I mean, no disrespect, only that with her rare talent, it seems almost a waste that you be confined in just a single ship. Perhaps the only reason is that we are the first to invite her. To be continued. We're on stage 2. Promised Destination. Do you really mean that you won't join the Free Breeze band, Senorita? If you were to join, I know the captain would be over the moon. When we played him the song you recorded last time, he borrowed the tape on the spot and still hasn't given it back. Oh yes, please, Baracola. Aren't you always talking about how much fun it would be to travel the world on a big ship? I'll tell you right now, I'd much rather have you join us than some random musician off the street. More and more of your invitation leaps up to overwhelm the lone girl sitting on the ground. So she joined the ship when she was pretty young, I think, right? She has short hair. I know in the current one she has longer hair. I'm thinking. Something's still missing. Oh, it's here.
A strictus.
The subtle friction of the device component forms a harmonious melody, as if accompanying some momentous feat. The little girl raises from a beaming smile and announces loudly,
It's fixed.
The reeds inside the melodica were a bit loose, but I glued them up nice and securely. Here you go. I think I overcompiled things at the start. I hope you didn't mind the wait, Sasu. What does 10 minutes matter? We're not setting sail until tomorrow anyway. This is downtime for us, and we can spend it however we want. But you did fix up the melodica up properly, no? Certo. I say it's set for 100 years now. Maybe you can pass it down to your children as a family heirloom. Nothing else needs repairing, does it? No, nothing at all. We thought about going around breaking everything on the ship just to keep you around. But if the captain caught us, he'll have us swimming with the fishes. Don't exaggerate. Don't exaggerate. The captain's a kind man, Baracola. Don't listen to his nonsense.
Will you accept our invitation?
I really do hope that you'll join us. I know. We could count the fishtails splashing out of the ocean together, listen to new songs in different ports, and earn the applause of passengers from everywhere in the world. Not to mention sampling the specialties of each and every tavern along the way. We'll bust on the streets when the ship docks to earn a little extra cash. We can come along to help you find new instruments. No more waiting around for us to come back. But the Free Breeze sails so far away. I'm worried for my parents. How would they feel if I was so far away where not even a postcard or phone call could reach me? Silence. Time after time, the invitation falls away to silence. But maybe things will change. I haven't even finished my final exam. When I get first place, I'll be sure to let all of you know. Will you remember to tell me first? Of course, you have my word for Ceremona's number one up-and-coming musical star.
I swear.
After I pass the exam, I'll quickly gather my things, dash off to the port, and hop on to the Free Breeze. Just like, click! Ha! More like boom! When you finally do come aboard, the weight of your luggage might just sink us all. Oh, no special treatment for inspiring Verdocious souls. If you're worried my collection isn't compact enough, I'm close to solving that problem too. Whereas it's a violin, saxophone, piano, melodica, anything other instruments can do, my new invention will do better. My crackling box is going to shake the world of music to its roots. First things first, I believe you have a little something I requested. Now hand it over. She extends an open, expectant hand to her friends, her eyes gleaming. I choose the one with the most beautiful tone, just for you. A clarinet, the maestro of the symphony. Extremely popular, wide application with adaptable tone changes. Gracious Millie, the timing is perfect. I will incorporate it into my crackling box. She grabs the clarinet and, with her other hand, offers a cassette tape. All my best pieces I come up with recently are all on here. Some are practice sessions and a few melodies I composed myself. Oh, and the sound of footsteps on cobblestone. Those fluttering their wings, the wave of the river on a windy day, and sound of wood being polished into the bottega. This is the essence of Ceremona. I even climbed the bell tower to record the breeze sweeping up from above. I'm almost done with mine. One thing I can tell you in advance. I recorded a especially unique performance on the street of Sydney. Vinyl records are slowly being phased out, and CDs are only now gaining popularity. This is the heyday of cassette tapes. They can carry many things: a speech, pre-recorded music programs, sound from around the world. Some even faithfully recorded their heartbeats of a city, becoming gifts for cherished friends. Next time? No. The time after that. Which place would you like to hear next? Morborn or Pear? Brisbane? Fermento? I can contrast the sound and try to add their unique characters to my song. The friend accepts the gifts, placing it into her pocket. Alright, next time I'll bring you 2 tapes, Sydney and Brisbane. Deal, you must make it back in time. If I get them before the exam, I should have time to prepare.
Rest assured.
The captain is familiar with the road. There won't be any mishaps, don't worry. As for exam, what was it again? Making a violin by hand and then performing on the spot? Shouldn't that be a walk in the park for you? It's not as easy for me to as you think, even though I've been putting most of my time in preparing for it. I plan to perform my own music. You mean like the practice pieces on your tape? I guess the headset battery died, so let me where's the plug? Or unless it's glitchy, I don't know. It should be more beautiful than them. I've been layering sounds from different instruments and placed all around Ceramona, arranging them meticulously into a couple composures. Violin and clarinet, French horn and timpani, saxophone, harp, even oud, tin whistle, pan flute. The crackling box will be able to emulate the timbre of each and every instrument in the world. A bold and steadfast vow. So that means she's good with every instrument, right? There are pieces suitable for recording and others for live performance. Just as the music played in a piece is quite different from what one plays in the church. Some sounds are more beautiful when heard in acoustic environments, and some are hard to reproduce even with the finest instruments. My dream is larger than just playing the violin. The whole world comes out rehearsed, and they have been many times, still they are not ready to be heard by the audience that matters. On the grass by the river, though, her true wish flows out more easily. Then you absolutely positively have to join us on the free breeze. With this invention of yours, you'll be the entire one-woman orchestra. Tickets will sell out like gelato on a hot day. Forget about being in the band. We might just make you the captain. Then my first order of business as Capitano shall be to turn the ship into a maritime concert hall, and will return only 3 times a year. Make that twice. But before that, I need to pass my exam. Until next time, I have to rush home before her rehearsal ends so that I can lie in my room pretending to have a stomachache. As you wish, Capitino.
You'll do great.
You'll do great, Baracola. The young musician runs off, but doesn't forget to wave a heartfelt goodbye to her friends. Made it. Looks like no one's back yet. Perfect. My new recording theme will be A Day in Ceramona. After all, they're always saying they appreciate a little soothing music from home to help them sleep while at sea. The tune she plays is a familiar lullaby. According to her mother, everyone in the family has hummed its gentle melody to her at some point. Miracles they used to begin with. She sets the instrument, now both a violin and clarinet, together, in her hands and sits at the window, looking out down the river in the sea that lies far beyond the horizon. She breathes deeply, allowing the air to flow evenly and smoothly from her chest.
Sul mare luccica l'astro d'argento, placide l'onda, prospero il vento.
One more time.
Sul mare luccica l'astro
See, on the sea glitters the silver star. One more time. Forget it. Repeated failure leads to success. It's too easy a trap to fall into. Somehow, it never sounds as good as when I was little. Perhaps the timbre has changed. Just as violin made from wood with different grains sounds differently. Or maybe it's because her environment has changed. Where did I used to sing this song? She slides her hand up slowly from the wooden cabinet edge to rest her forehead. The corner of the furniture bears splashes of paint mark back then and had to raise her left hand high and stretch out the brush to reach it. Now, she just has to squat down to see the graffiti clearly. Vanishing violin is art. How could a child possibly understand it? And naming things, sigh. In the future, when they introduce me, they'll have to say, "This is a great musician Baracola, and her treasured instrument, the crackling box." Today is the same as countless other afternoons in the past. Another lonely afternoon spent with her crackling box. To be continued. For some reason that was a long part for stage 2. Or it felt long for me, I don't know. Part 3, a monotonic rodo.
Thank you all.
Thank you all for taking the time to visit us. The violin used in this demonstration are merely samples. Next month, we will hold a formal concert with them. If you have any questions or suggestions, please feel free to share. A violin that fits its player habit is the best violin. Merchant, musicians, collectors, and a few curious researchers. This house never lacks for Aduzo visitors. Oh, Federico is really busy. The Baguetta always keeps him tied up. If you want to order a violin, you need to discuss it with him. We have several excellent apprentices, but if you insist on having him make it personally, I'm afraid you have to wait some time. I don't know when exactly. He's been eating and sleeping at the Baguetta these past few weeks. He's only been back once, and even then, just to grab something. The hostess smoothly handles the fury of questions. In the corner room, a small figure holds her breath, waiting for her moment. I'm about to nod off before the performance even begins. My parents never took my crackling box seriously. They always said my friends are only humoring me when they say they like it. This time, they'll see how complete strangers react. I'll know for sure. Curled up in the cabinet, the girl holds her instrument tightly, careful not to let it get knocked around.
Yes.
A Mita-style violino delivered a mellower, more classic and pure sound like the sound of spring water. But if you prefer a brighter sound, the next performance show satisfies you. Strastivo's violin has never failed their reputation in this regard. Several apprentices have already positioned violin on their shoulders. As soon as the hostess finishes speaking, a harmonic melody follows. Bravo! Bravo! In the music hall, I'm certain the sound quality will come through even more clearly. The inclined neck is a stunning work of craftsmanship. I happen to have an order from the orchestra here. I know it will be a wait, but for this quality, even a year will be worth it. Taking advantage of the quiet conversation, new notes quietly diffuse into the air. Before we begin, let's run a quick calibration. When you hear the ting of the when you hear the ting on the triangle instrument, tap the center of the screen to calibrate your timing. So we want to do it when it's on the circle? Wait, so when you hear the ting sound, just as the edge of the string aligns. Oh, okay. I see it now. Oops. Okay, I think that's it. Once you start playing, circles will appear on the beats of the music. Okay. Okay. We'll start. Let's see. Oh, Can we start? Well, that's kind of neat. But I'm supposed to click on the circles, right? Hopefully, I wasn't like make it easier where I could just click in one spot when the circles go through. Oh, how novel! Besides violin, we will indeed need other timbres as complement.
Of course.
Of course, let us see. Young children need such diversion to cultivate their music sense. Who hasn't been there? The music ends, followed by substance. Enthusiasm applaud. The hostess also offer a few begrudged words of praise. It appears this little surprise was arranged specifically for us all. Now I really have to grit my teeth and order a few more violins. If possible, perhaps you would introduce us to the exclusive performer? My apologies, troubling this particular performer might be quite overwhelming. Our Giovanna was had a touch of stage fright. But I believe you meet at next month's concert, Senor. Ah, Genovan. Be sure to arrive on time then, Senora. The small audience discussion eventually fades into distance. A hand raised in the dark, gentle falls on the crackling box. I knew it. They adore you. But this isn't some practice toy for Mambindo. Perhaps because it was too sudden and unexpected. I need to prepare more. Just... Rapid footsteps draws near.
Come out now, Baracola.
Like a thief in the night, have all the good manners we taught you gone out the window? Skipping practice, wasting time down at the river, and let us not mention that bow you made at the Bugetta. Dearly unacceptable. What good do all the gifts and intellect do if you are so poorly utilized? Aren't there enough mad genius in the family already? That bow was custom built. I made it for my instrument.
Come out now.
No more excuses.
Wait, Mama!
I'll strict this. At this crucial moment, her sister's heartily forsakes her. Another minor blunder in her countless failed attempts. Her mother's hand grasps her wrist, pulling her and the crackling box out together. Alright, mid-deceptive Mama. But they loved my performance. I heard their applaud. They really praised it. It wasn't just to humor me. Didn't you hear them? I just don't want to only play the violin. An inconvenient confession. Let me see your instrument.
Have you forgotten that too?
Why the hesitation? Always trust your own craftsmanship. Have you forgotten that too? This instrument is visibly different from any other violin, viola, and cello in the workshop. In fact, it's barely recognized as a violin at all. Its proportions are out of place and oddly shaped. The violin neck is itself formed from what appears to be a clarinet. Your father and I selected the best spruce and maple for your violin. It's not easy to find wood with such tight and even growth rings. I prepared the best varnishes I ever mixed with this. We wanted to give you the most special gift we could, one that fits you best, an instrument that you will love most at all.
Do you like it?
Yes.
Yes, Mama. It has a name. It's my beloved crackling box. Despite these embellishments, you've done well for someone your age. Take it. Her mother's action surprised her. The exclamation she has prepared all slips away. Ultimately, she can only inquire softly. You're not angry, Mama? Then you finally embraced my idea? I'm so happy.
I'm not mad at you.
Her mother's words are gentle but coiled. I'm just disappointed. I once believed you were talented enough to take over the family Bogata and become a great musician in your own right. But who would ever take this crackling box of yours seriously? Who would buy such an instrument? And who in the world will ever wish to listen to it? For all that talent, do you think that the people of Cremona will ever recognize you with this? That you can pass your exam with it? Without the Strasdiva name behind you, would anyone applaud? Even in her mother's duly calm voice, the question sinks deep, and the smile disappears from Baracola's face.
No.
No, I don't perform for their applause.
All you care about is the violin.
Is there nothing else? No room for anything more? The violin Bagada aren't doing as well as they used to, Mama. We have fewer and fewer workshops every year. Haven't you noticed? Why can't we make changes that go beyond adjusting shape, wood, and varnishes formulas? Must we continue like this until we're completely left behind by the rest of the world? She fires back with a barrage of questions, stepping back from her mother with each one until she almost left the room. This marks the second failure of the day. To be continued. So now stage 4. Wait, so let's see, how do we do? Oh, so perfect. So we did pretty well. Everything perfect, right? Is that? So stage 4, passion and hesitation. The city is dotted with many churches, and their unattained pew at times serve as sanctuaries for those seeking a place of solitude. Amidst the bustling streets of Cremona, there is one such pew in one such church, a small quiet place spot that belongs to Baracola alone. I already recorded the reverberation inside the church. If only there were an organ here. The percussion might be unclear, though. Perhaps playing legato would be best. That's enough for today. I must find some time to visit the cathedral. With the different in architect and space, I'm sure it has a unique artistic quality. The girl puts away the cassette tape and leans on the pew to observe her surrounding. The stained glass reflects the sunlight in a dazzling array. When she was younger, she would run around catching those rays. This empty church has kept many of her secrets. Its saints the first audience to her composure. It's never exposed her vows and wishes, no matter how absurd they may sound. It gave her no confusion or doubt. It never responded at all. I shouldn't have told Mama the world would leave her behind, should I? She and Papa have to make violins, manage the brigada. They basically have to let the teachers take care of me most days. They simply don't have time to travel.
Did I mess up again?
There has always been exhibition taking place at home, one after the other. Anxious to prove herself, the child doesn't overlook this fact. She still lets the crackling box perform its melodies in them. She still learns the crowd's applause, and she still prepares to be recommended by her parents. But things are different now. You are right. We have indeed made some improvement to the traditional violin body. Such contour allows them to perform better in large concert halls.
Yes.
Yes, we will test them many times to come as close as perfection as possible. The next institute is looking forward to your attendance. After seeing off the guests, the hostess returns back to the room. This time, without anyone pulling her out of the wardrobe, the girl stands steadily on her own 2 feet.
Stellina.
Is there a problem with your classes? No. Maestro said that I had made great progress with my Roberto technique.
Mama.
I had something to ask you. Her mother's calm demeanor leaves her at a loss, forcing her to stammer through her explanation. Maestro Batista said that music transcends race and status. It's another language that allows people to explore unknown worlds. Whoever you are and wherever you go, it will always stir the depths of your soul.
As performers, we must fully comprehend the role we play. It is our duty to channel the emotions of music to the world.
I think the violin is great, but it can't express all my thoughts. And in its current state, neither can my crackling box. Violin can mimic human voices, but I want to find instruments that can imitate flowing water or the sound of fruit falling from a tree. I want to make the crackling box able to convert every sound in the world. Do you think I'll succeed, Mama? Did you manage to persuade your mother?
Wonderful.
Wonderful, Baracola. We're just about to set off. It's like you to set off on a private... It's like you're about to set off on a pirate adventure or something. Anyway, this is for you. I know you wanted to listen to it, but I feel like that the singing part alone won't be enough to help you sleep. So I did a bit of research on the arrangement of lullabies. And I seized the opportunity to test the crackling box. Nothing major, though. This one is called A Day in Ceremona. I went to church yesterday at Cecily to record some choir notes. As the girl introduced her new achievement, he finds himself unconsciously adopting a familiar tone. Just like a certain Luther probably displaying the beautiful violin in her family workshop. I knew you have a surprise up your sleeve. And this is for you. 2 cassettes, just like you asked for. I even met the guy from France with a Berto drum. It's got a really cool sound. I recorded a segment for you, right at the end of the tape. Their gift swap comes to an end, and the girls move on to discuss their lives. So how's the free breeze been lately? You came back so quickly. Was there some bad weather? No trouble this time, right? Apparently, the captain had some personal matter to deal with. He really didn't. Wait, he didn't really explain it to us. But we do have some big news. Notice how Brian didn't come back with us this time? He disembarked on a different port. We'll pick him up on our return ship.
Every family has its skeletons.
Do you ever get homesick? I mean, even if you're used to life on a ship, do you ever wish you could stay on land for a little longer? Right now, I just feel like Caramel is stuck in a big violin case, trapping all the sounds inside. Once you leave home, the novelty wears off quick, and you eventually start to miss the solid ground feeling of standing on terra firma. The captain told us he's planning on running the ship for another 5 or 6 years, then handing it over to someone else. You know, make enough money, find a place he likes, and settle down so he doesn't have to keep running around when he's older. But what about you, Baracola? We know your dreams are bigger than this one town. At the sound of her friend's concern, Baracola falls silent for a moment. If she leaves Caramona, will everything change? And if she were to leave the violin behind, will she find the freedoms to express herself? There are countless cities and instruments in the world. Ceramona is just a small place in Italy, and Italy is just a small slice of the world. She knows this land, she knows the brick and mortar of it, the seasons as they change, and how it's sung in the old folk song.
I see.
I see what you're thinking, and I understand. But you will not forget about your exam date. Remember your priorities. Children go through all kinds of hobbies and odd ideas. Ever since you were little, you had such an imaginary mind. Your abstraction has always been unpredictable, maybe because you think too much. Imagination should be a good fit for the strictest, though. This art conceal only works if you can picture in your mind what the materials should look like once they're joined.
You're as fickle as the weather.
Maybe you'll give up on this idea too.
No,
No, we already talked about this.
I'm leaving Cremona.
Once I pass my exam, I'm boarding the ship Free Breeze and leaving this place. When the time comes, I'll sing a song that I could never record for you. To be continued. There's 5. There's 4 more. Alright, let's see. Getting a little tired, but we'll see if we can make it through. We'll push through. Part 5, the Indivisibles. The modest venue is packed with people all around, leaving only the central area free for the performers. Among them, a young girl draws the most attention.
Relax.
After today, I'll pack my things and start contending the days until the ship comes back. Fingering, sheet music, posture, nothing can go wrong. My instruments, Nezzo Probena, my crackling box is my crackling box is in better shape than ever. The eye of the crowd makes her instrument feel somewhat heavier, but she grows used to being watched. She strains her back and still leaves the instruments on her shoulder. My parents, the maestro Bastria, I just know they're going to be amazed by my new piece. The song carries the scent of the sea breeze, just like a journey across the ocean to a faraway port of Australia. If we cannot travel, then at least I can bring the sound of these distant places here. Next, we have Senorita Baracola, our youngest little musician, the pride of the Streptivia. I won't repeat the accomplishment she made on her own path to mastering the violin here. Remember, her playing once even made the fish in the river's pole leap to shore.
Mamma mia!
That was just a misunderstanding and something of exaggeration. It was about to rain that day. Let's see if Senorita Baracola can take the top spot this year. Please come forward and show us our violin. Next admire the elegant neck, its gleaming surface, the pinnacle of craftsmanship from the legendary. Huh. Is that really what you're playing with?
Yes, this is my instrument.
This time, she doesn't hesitate, naturally holding her crackling box in her hands, and rising it so that everyone, even the furthest corner, can see it. So is this a crackling box version 1? For some reason, wasn't it bigger on the ship? I guess she added a couple more instruments in the future. The crowd falls into silence. The crowd falls into odd silence. The wood chosen by my parents is the best there is. The sound is rich and balanced. The varnish, the strength, the edge, the curvature of the body, these took quite some time to perfect. See, most children taking the exam will follow their family examples and may make the violin from scratch. The other option is nearly impossible, but making small improvements to an existing instrument can be even more difficult than crafting a new instrument from nothing. No matter the standard, it's already perfect enough.
The best instrument is the one that truly suits the performer.
I didn't want to make just another beautiful copy. And I love my violin. It's always been with me. But I made a new modification to make it more suited to my style. It's not yet finished, and I will continue trying to combine new instruments with it until it is. For now though, I intend to perform a brand new piece for you. Amidst the stunned silence, she raised her bow. Oh, I missed. So you actually do have to hit the circle. This went pretty quick. But the harmony of his music is pretty nice. At least we passed the performance scale. How refreshing. I never heard music like this. And I've certainly never seen a violin like that. Our magician little Rosetta has brought their precious toy to the stage. Quite adorable, don't you think? Senora Christina, I'm certain you wouldn't have had the courage to do something like this at her age. Haha, when she grows up, she'll surely be an even better violinist than I am. After a moment, new sounds fill the room. Applause break out. Polite and measures. From their courtish smile, she can already read the result of the exam. Juvenile, impractical, unsuitable. They never take my crackling box seriously. All they can think of is their traditional that no one would ever want to buy an instrument like this. Is that all we could try for as arcanists? Wait, artisans, to sell as many of our instruments as we can. I don't belong here. Not in the city of violin. Not when there's no room for anything else. The young girl curls up in her familiar pew, fiddling with her exam results, her mind somewhere else. After folding it several times, it's become a great little paper airplane. The rustling sound are actually quite interesting, but how can a piece of paper summarize my entire life so completely?
I'm leaving Cremona.
And you're going to stay here in some time forgotten. 3, 2, 1, yeah! The paper airplane glides smoothly at the church door, disappearing from Baracola's sight. Along with it, the unsatisfactory results, and her hesitant vanishes. She stands up, the light from the stained glass blurring her vision for a moment, but she quickly steadies herself. Maybe I'll come back. Maybe I won't. But first, I must spend some time away. Maybe the next time we come back to the port, I'll visit. And it'd still be the city of violins, and Strasbourg will still be the greatest of the violin makers.
Will they miss me?
What would they say about me, the girl who doesn't quite belong? Her hand traces the old pew, feeling the deep grooves in the wood. No one will be there to cast incantations for your small repairs. No one will wish to record your voice and turn it into a song. Will you still be here? Will someone come and clean your pews and wipe your stained glasses? It's time to say a proper goodbye. The church remains silent, save for the clacking of footsteps walking towards the door.
Really?
You mean it? You really decided to join the Free Breeze?
Oh, gosh!
That is. I know it's a rut. And maybe you didn't think I was being serious before. But if the ship's still short of musicians, I'd like to join. That's amazing. I bet the others you'll join. Looks like I can buy lunch for the next few stops. I'll pay for you too. No need to be shy. Call it a celebration of the newest musician. Let's not forget, I'm only saying I decided to want to join you. I haven't even spoken to the captain yet. What if I fail the audition?
Something on your mind?
Something on your mind, Baracola. Is something getting you down? Was it your exam? Her friend could tell her mood was off by the moment the conversation began. And just like you said, it doesn't prove anything. It's just a way of a violin maker to gain a bit of recognition. That recognition is what kept them going until they can run their own bodega. But that was never your plan, was it? You don't need that kind of recognition. Recognition? My parents and the teacher thinks I need. They think I'm wasting my talent and that I'm not taking my gift seriously enough. She moves her hand away from the violin neck. The once odd and unpractical shape of the smothered into an elegant and beautiful violin. You took it apart? What are you thinking, Baracola? You spent ages figuring out how to make your crackling box.
I tried.
I tried to do it before, but I couldn't bring myself to dismantle it. Now I understand that separating things stuck together with a stricto is much harder than keeping them intact. This is actually an older violin, one I tried to make into a crackling box a long time ago. I was still set on inheriting Brigitte at the time. I thought I was inclined to become the next great violin maker in the Strasvieta family, the next Antonio. If I leave it to my parents, they might accept my decision, and maybe they won't get too mad. I proven I can do it. I just know I just know now that I don't want to be what they wanted me to be. I'll explain everything to them tomorrow. But for now, I guess I'll hope you cheer for my performance.
Let's go.
I have a perfect song to impress the captain. Okay. Let me check what else I have. So stage 6. Into the vast world. I see you already made up your mind. Have you thought about what you're doing? What if something happens? We won't be there to help you. What if you get sick or hurt? You'll be so far away.
Mama.
I'll be very careful. I'll write, and when the ship returns, I'll come back to Cremona again. I'll visit you. We won't be apart for too long. Maybe 3 or 5 months at a time. And time will fly by. Hardly enough time to even build a violin. 3 or 5 months? That time I won't know how you are or what you're doing. Felinta Mia. If I'm pronouncing it right, I'm not sure. Felia Mia. I was still expecting you to back down, just like those other times before. First, you said you wanted to take over the Bogata. Then, you decided to become a musician. And now, you're leaving Cremona to join a cruise band. Let's see. You wanted to use a strictus to build tiny tiny houses. And then, the next day, you tore them apart and made them into windmills. When it comes to your first family performance, you kept changing the song right up until the very moment you went on stage.
You're as fickle as the weather.
What if you get tired of the ship? Well, what will you do then? You won't be able to walk away. The free breeze changes its route all the time, and there are always new passengers coming aboard. I'll see so many new things, and everyone will want to hear my new music. I won't quit that easily. It's not like Cremona, where everything stays the same, and where everyone's always telling me what to do. There's no more need for rehearsing for her words. She simply speaks her mind without hesitation. And she decided on her farewell gift. This is for you and for Papa. I once tried to make a violin just as good as the crackling box, but I changed my mind along the way. Back then, I thought I'd finish it in one day and make it just as good, maybe even better. It wasn't long after I started taking performance lessons. I was fascinated by the sheer number of sounds, and I began to think about how to blend them into my music.
That's what I really want to do.
Not what I thought I would do. Even as my strictus keeps failing, Even if no one took my crackling box seriously, I'll finish it because I wanted to prove it to you that I genuinely work hard and through all those lessons. Each time I performed with my crackling box in Cremona, people just saw me as a child playing with a toy. No matter whether it was an instrument or a performance, the people here never really accepted me. They were always just waiting for me to grow up, to stop being childish, to get serious, and to return to the world of violin. Their world.
This isn't what I want.
I used to want to become a lieutenant, but now I know what I want to do. I want to play music for the people on that ship. Performers must fully comprehend the role they play. It is their duty to channel the emotions of music to the world. Congrats on third, Panzer. The ship Baracola speaks of is a place where she aims to play her role and fulfill her duty. The ship Baracaro speaks of is a place where she aims to play her role and fulfill her duty. Its edge joints are a little rough, and the varnish is uneven, and the neck is slightly straighter than the ones we made for you. You won't sound as bright as your crackling box. You still have a long way to go before you can call yourself a lieutenant. But then, becoming a musicity should just about suit you for now. Her mother sighs, but the underlying encouragement in her words is evident.
Go then.
At least our family name will open doors for you in any orchestra. Or just tell them you're from Cremona and show them your instrument. Don't know. I won't worry too much about how you make a living, but just tell us if you run into any problems. Vebe?
No, Mama.
I won't travel as just another performer for Cremona, or even a Strasdivera listener.
Just Baracola.
Don't worry, with or without a family name, I'll find a way. But I don't want to go as some famed musician traveling the world. I want to be just an ordinary girl leaving home for the first time. When does your ship leave? In 3 days. The captain says we'll be heading to some new ports, and we'll pass Cremona again in a year or so. I have to go now. To the bodega. Papa has been so busy lately, it's better that I go see him. A year really goes by in a blink of an eye. Parting is never easy, but when a new life is so close at hand, all it takes is a step forward. The sadness will fade, overtaken by excitement for what to come. But the sound of her mother's voice will always tug her heart back.
Stelina.
Just a little longer. There are still a few things I need to say. Day is breaking as a new crew member steps onto the deck. Most of her luggage has been moved into the cabin already, but one last piece remains. Placing the 2 instrument cases down, Baracola takes a moment to take in her first real steps aboard. Finally. These are, after all, the things I couldn't leave behind. Though thankfully you won't need to lug them around all the time. Here, let me take these to your room. You can take a walk around the ship and get used to things. We leave at noon, so there's plenty of time. No need to thank me. I'm sure I'll be asking you to teach me some techniques soon enough. Her friend rushes off so quickly, she doesn't have a moment to reply. She pushes open the nearest door. Is this the stage? Yep. The bustling scene before her is unlike anything she has seen before. Music, voices fill the air, drowning out both the wind outside and the rocking of the ship. Warm light streams down from above, reminding her of the light that shone through the church-stained window glass. It is only now that she realizes she has left the world behind. The church, the workshop, the bell tower all in the past now.
There are so many passengers.
I won't have to worry about not having an audience anymore. Oh, you did? Yeah, some reason I thought I turned that command off. But I guess it wasn't. I'm glad it wasn't all in vain. Those 2 violin cases are quite heavy. Her reminders of ice echoes in her ear. Take this violin with you too. There are pieces that only shine when played with the right instrument. Maybe the right piece for it is still out there waiting for you. If you find that piece, you can let me know when you come home to Cremona. Vivian? It's been a long time since you played it. But even so, it'll make your papa and I so happy to see how much you love your crackling box. Keep exploring. The best instruments will be the ones that suit you best. What was once a proud declaration has now become a tender form of encouragement. She repeats the words she shares at the time of her exam.
Good luck, Stellina.
Let's say goodbye now, Mama. The sail is about to set sail. My child, I'm gonna miss you. Let me hold you one more time, my child.
Mama.
Don't be like that. I'll be back before you know it. The Free Breeze is scheduled to embark at noon. All those departing aboard exchange their final goodbyes.
Mamma mia!
I forgot to give them a hug. And I didn't say goodbye to Maestro Fiesta either. I haven't even seen him since the exam. And there's still so many sounds left in Cremona. Suddenly, all those unrecorded sounds grow unbearably loud, like rolling thunder in a storm. The noise rushes over her, leaving her feeling suffocated and alone. Farewells can feel so cold, like iron and rain, like a violin string drawn taut and silent.
No, this can't be happening.
In a panic, she turns around and dashes out through the door. To be continued. Stage 7. Farewell, Cremona. Mama, me, and you. There's still time. She steps over the threshold, walks out onto the deck, and descends the gangplank. Turning back, she gazes at the place she is leaving behind. We sit in a dark corner. Take another good look at the city. Its crowded square and its ancient alleys, all so full of music. Its gentle breeze before dawn. Its heartbeat resonating in the air, pulsating with the crowd. Mama, Papa. There are seeds sprouting on my windowsill. wish I could share with you the story of a bird returning to its roost. The hostess sits at the table and turns on the machine. The tape begins to play, faithfully recounting all it has recorded. This is your Soleda's final message.
I know I won't be gone for long, but I already feel homesick. Papa and Mama are busy at work, and it's really not my style to express these sentiments. So, I'll let this cassette tape, one of the greatest inventions in history, do the talking.
Like a quiet, drawn-out melody.
The sounds from within and outside of Cremona are all recorded on it. You can listen to them when you have the time. I love you.
Like a soft and endless melody. Like my dearest, oldest friend. The old town seems so empty in the early dawn. All is silent and still. When it was so silent, the clatter of cobblestones rang out especially loud. Not far now. Just 2 more alleys to go. For a brief moment, she wished she could take back every decision she made up until this point. The time moved to that distance. Sunny afternoon. The first time she tries mixing varnish to the violin. She used it to paint the wooden cabinet. Back to the childhood where no road led forward. Like a weary bird returning to its nest, just as life's journey now beckons onward. Her pace leaves her breathless. Or perhaps it's the thought of arriving at her destination that makes her hesitate. Is this yet another choice she will ultimately abandon? Will she really turn her back on the free breeze? The ship doesn't leave until noon. I can still go back, pack, and explain everything to the captain and my friends.
There's still time.
If I'm quick, I'll be home in time for breakfast. Homemade jam and sausage. Fresh bread with golden crust. She dabs her tear-filled eyes with her sleeve. The morning light passes over her, but she still can't bring herself to make a choice. This place isn't here. Wait. My place is... Right, my place isn't here in Cremona. I must journey into the vast unknown. Even in the dawn, the piazza is as lively as ever. Every corner claimed by merchants, visitors, and townfolks. Same as it ever was. It's just another day.
Cremona.
The same old street musicians are still here, playing the same old songs. She moves closer, unable to resist, and one of the girls recognizes her.
Baracola.
The genius violinist with her head in the clouds. Where are you off to now? Another performance? Or are you working on something with your father?
Care to play a song?
Come on, it's been ages. The girl officially drapes her arm over Baracola's shoulder and hands her the violin. She leans in and lowers her voice.
Lend me a hand, will you? For old time's sake.
Use your name to back me up here. Remember all the times we played together when we were kids? Look how busy the street is. It's the perfect time to pull in a crowd. Hey, isn't that one of the Stress Verdes? She comes down here just to play for us. With all the commotion, many eyes have been drawn their way. But that famous name being roared aloud is enough to spur them into motion, gathering around. I'll play just one piece, though I'm kind of busy right now, so then bien, I'll get started. Let's see what kind of music this one's to start. Oh, I'm messing up! Going too fast! Alright, good thing I didn't do this last night. Or I've been messing it up for like so many times. Yeah, good thing we didn't do this last night. I don't think I would have gotten that high of a score. The applause is excellent as he anticipated. Lucky me, I've been in Cremona for days now, but this is the first time I've seen a show like this. Too right, senor, too right. And why not take this chance to pick up an instrument just as amazing as hers? Maybe your own daring child will grow up to be a gifted violinist.
Oh.
Oh, really? You know, I always hoped something would catch the little one's attention. No one mentions the music. No one praised the melody. Not a single note of it. All they do is babble on about the violin she's holding. They try to guess what kind of wood was used, how it was crafted, and which luthier name is etched into the sound box. Here you go. It's been a while since we hung out. What's with classes and practice? Wait, what's with class and practice keeping me busy all the time? What's with all of this? Wait, what's with this all of a sudden?
Thanks.
Thanks. You're not the only one at fault here. I mean, I haven't come knocking for you either recently. To tell the truth, I kind of felt embarrassed. Your family's so famous, so I was just always worried I might be disturbing you. But then I heard you were planning to leave Cremona to join a cruise ship. Now that really took me by surprise. Anyway, I'm glad you're still here. You're a stress diva. You couldn't possibly go off and do something so ridiculous. She gives Baracola's shoulder a relieved pat. The girl's delicate shoulder trembles under the weight of each pat.
Come on.
It's alright. We all do stupid things sometimes, don't we?
The past is the past, my dear friend.
Yeah, that's all over now.
Deal.
I'll see you later. She walks towards the alley. She retraces her steps across the ground, passing the stone steps where she briefly stopped. She finds a quiet spot and lowers herself to the ground.
The monotony. It's unbearable.
The fear of coming daylight might just keep me here. Life's journey offers me poetry and song. To be continued. Stage 8. Such a serene evening. The concert is almost over. The young woman on the stage released the final note on her crackling box, allowing them to flutter into the air. But just as the audience stands ready to head back to the cabin, she unfolds a piece of paper she has early tucked away. The last song of the evening. For a traveler who shares my homeland. Please, everyone, hold on just a moment. She gently places the crackling box down, then walks briefly towards the stage edge. The sailor waiting there hands her a violin. A violin?
Could it be that she's from Cremona?
Could this be a creation from Cremona's most famous Brigata? Why don't you listen with your own ears and see if you can tell? With your kind of expertise, it's no wonder that you'll recognize it. Whispers ripple through the crowd below. The audience direct their attention to the young musician standing at the center of the stage. What piece is most fitting for this violin? It should be a song often heard in her homeland, one performed by musicians on the side of the street. Flowing like a small boat drifting downstream, a memory of peace and serenity. Home. Upon hearing this word, the first thing to enter her mind is a melody. As this is to be the farewell song for the evening, the crew positions themselves at the exit, ready to usher the guests away. All applause and praise are hushed. Not a single soul present daring to disturb the melody or drown out the notes. This is the song. The first Neapolitan song ever translated into Italy. I heard it often as a child. At the time, I never thought it was something so wondrous. But now, so many years away from my hometown, I never heard it performed like this. So, you might say you're satisfied with the performance, see? Be sure to recommend the Free Breeze to all your friends and family. Naturally, I'll tell everyone I know about this ship and its talented musician. I think I'll stay a bit longer before going back to my room. I don't want to miss a single note. I'll stay until the very last note. It's time for me to go and practice. The whole orchestra will be rehearsing tomorrow. When Baracola wakes up in the morning, he can rehearse again. The two crew members steps through the door, one after the other. The deck is nearly empty, with only a few travelers remaining to enjoy the night's air. Didn't you say you were leaving the band this week to go back to your hometown? Have you mentioned it to the captain and the others yet?
I'm postponing my vacation.
The captain shared something with me. He found someone to take over the ship, and our new course has already been decided.
Wherever the ship takes me.
I'm happy to go. I wonder if our new destination will have any decent taverny. Perhaps not, since it's quite a small island. But I heard that the people on the island have a special custom of wearing shells. Maybe we'll have a chance to drink from one.
Or something like...
She hears a faint noise through the door and signals for her companion to be quiet. The sea breeze almost sweeps the gentle melody away.
In fra le tende bandir la cena in una sera così serena chi non
The Boqueta hostess listens to the entire song and rewinds the tape to the start. Ramona is solemn in the silence. Where is her ship headed? And when will her next letter home arrive? All she can do is wait for her. All she can do is wish her child well.
Sul mare luccica l'astro d'argento, placide l'onda, prospero il vento. Venite l'agile, bacchetta mia, Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia.
And that is the end of Baracola's story. Oh, the crafting box is not available. Oh! Wait, oh, we could, okay. What's this one? Alright, only I like it at the sheet reading, but alright, this is kinda neat. Oh, are you home early now? Clocking out now. Nice. Alright, I guess I might do this offline and see what music thing, what kind of song I could come up with. Might use some of the. I want to see if I can play one of the Genshin songs if I remember the sound notes. Oh, recorded. Okay, we'll just do. Let's see. Alright, do we get achievement? Okay. Alright, we got all the stuff. The only problem is I have 5 days, so that means too bad. Hopefully we can keep this, but it might be 5 days until this thing ends. Alright. Once you leave, we'll do the roll. What's today's luck? 5. We got her. Guarantee.
Thank you so much for bringing me on board. I, Baracola, former musical director of the Free Breeze, am at your service.
So once Millie comes back, just let her know that it was good luck that she left. Alright, we got Baracola